Woo! That's hot.
Thank you.
Wow, like the lyrics are so deep and meaningful. It's not just babbling about, like I said, alcohol.
The bling on my ring, the bling on my ring. Yeah, I figured there's enough of that already.
Okay, so I see that you are very inspired person. You know how to rap, and then you know how to sing, you know how to play guitars. Of course, you need inspiration to do that. So how do you get most of the inspiration? Has Bali influenced you on the inspiration matters?
As far as inspiration goes, what Bali has done for me is given me the peace of mind and the serenity to be able to really hone my different skills and practice them and immerse myself in them. One thing I will say, unfortunately, about Bali, and anyone listening can feel free to jump in on this, so many great musicians. I see a lot of talent, from restaurants to clubs to cafes. There's skilled people out there. There's people who sing far better than I do, right? Who are singing in the little cafes and things like that. Write your own music. Make your own material. Don't play the covers because you think that's what the boule want to hear. The truth is, yeah, maybe the tourists who come in will sing along to, No Woman, No Cry. But there's a reason that these songs became great. It's because they were great songs in the first place. If you really want to be remembered for who you are and your contribution, write your own material. I want people to one day be doing covers of songs I write. And I think if more people around Bali, the talented, dedicated musicians that I've seen, take that on board and start to write their own music, it's going to blow up. And Bali will only be the launching pad.
Wow, so the people who sing in the cafe, you expect them to write their own song instead of singing somebody else's song.
It's not that I expect them to do anything.
It's your hope there. You hope.
Yeah, my wish for them is that they would, because then, rather than just being a cafe musician who plays, for relatively small money, in the grand scheme of things, they can take themselves to bigger stages, bigger venues, and start to perform more internationally. It's the original music that will take them there. Covering can only get you so far.
Yeah. But because some people just do it for money, they don't do it for the passion, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I think. But anyway, I'm not a professional anyway. Let's move on. So then you've been doing poet since you were 8. So
I've been writing since I was 8 years old.
Yeah, you've been writing since you were okay. So when people do poet, because they all like to pour their hearts into it. Yeah, so I assume that you already started since you were 8. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure.
How do you start writing poet? Like, did you have a fight with your friends? You have a fight with your family, and then you start writing poet, or?
Actually, as a young kid, my writing was really anguished and pained for some reason. Even though I actually had a good upbringing, I had a really twisted view of the world at a young age, and it all went into my writing. It was kind of like I was a really calm and non-violent person, but the art that I drew, the words that I wrote were the opposite. It was almost like by expelling all of that energy and anger at the world for whatever reason into the writing and the art made me a more calm person. So the person you meet is calm because I've just put all the anger in me into the pages. But then as I got older, I started to reshape my view of life and different experiences and so on, and now I feel I'm at a much better balance. Though when I was growing up, my mother's always been an English teacher, so it was like having a walking dictionary with me. So I'd say, "Mom, can you tell me another word for happy? Like, how do I say I am happy that this happened?" And she'll say, "I feel appreciative for this fortune." And I'd be like, that's a good way of writing. And then I'll think, okay, what rhymes with fortune? More tunes. Okay, and like that. And I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing.
Okay, I'm sure and I agree with all of us. And I'm sure the listeners want to hear one of your poems.
One of my poems.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share a poem that I did when I was 12 years old. I'm true to my lies. Fear my bravery. I find peace of mind within my exclusive insanity. Try as you may, you will not find me. I lurk within a corner of my fragmented personality.
Wow, it's like talking to somebody else. It's not Tah Riq anymore in the studio, guys. So you met that when you were 12?
When I was 12, I wrote that.
When I was 12, I was playing in the mud with a cow. And how did that happen? Okay, so what
Maybe
kind
the man you are today. Here
Well,
you are
still, I'm still
at the
playing
radio
the mud with the
station
cow.
giving interviews, so you know you learn something from them.
I still have a cow behind my house though. I'm gonna play with my cow after this. So what kind of project you're doing right now other than music?
Right now, okay. So the one to watch out for is Peacockworld.
Is that you when you were 12?
No, this is what started the whole idea for this. What you see, this is one of my designs, because I said I'm a graphic designer. So the idea behind this is, from a distance, it looks like another pro UK T-shirt.
Could be.
But when you get up close, what I'm actually saying is that the children of the nation are being silenced by the red tape. And the blue splatter behind the child, which looks almost like a brain splatter, is indicative of brainwashing. So it's quite a strong message going on there. There's also, though, I've put in a little bit of hope. If you can see on the left-hand side, you see the scissors? Yeah, saying cut here, like free the child, let them speak. So when I did my speech in the Gaia Gallery for TEDx in Ubud, that was an amazing experience. That was on the 6th of May. And if anyone wants to see that speech, I'm sure you guys can put a link to it. Though if you YouTube Tah Riq, T-A-H, space R-I-Q, it will be the first link that comes up. And it's the speech that talks about how I left the UK and how I came to Bali. So if anyone wants any more depth in that, you can look at that. And what I noticed that day, or what I felt, was that before then, you know, I have all these different hobbies and things I'm interested in, but I never knew what I wanted to be. I was like, so am I a poet? Am I a guitarist? Am I a rapper? Am I a writer? I couldn't work it out. But on this day, what I realized was I just want to wake people up. It felt so good to be able to deliver a speech and have people come up to me afterwards and say that they now look at their working life differently. To me, that was amazingly powerful to be a part of that. So I thought to myself, if I can do that through clothes, through music, through a way of being, through any kind of expression that my work takes, and show other people that I'm no better or more talented than anyone else, I just put the time in to get good at the things I'm good at, which is why I'm sat here today. And you can do it too. But there's no shortcut. You have to really want it, and you have to really do it. And so the whole idea of Peacockworld is, the idea behind a peacock is don't blend in. A peacock stands out.
Yeah.
Its plumage, its feathers are there for everyone to see. By standing proud, you inspire others to do the same. Don't shrink into the darkness. Don't shrink into the background. Step out. So that's the whole idea of being a peacock. It's not to go around and wear bright colors and run around Janapura.
That's what I thought. I was gonna do the same thing.
The idea of being a peacock is to stand out socially, make a difference, do something. And that's what Peacockworld is about. And that's, if you want to check it out, the website is still on its way. I'm still designing it, but it's in the works. It'll probably be another month before that is ready, though it will be www.peacockworld, as one word, Peacockworld. So that's PeacockWorld.com. And at the moment, you can already hear, if you go to soundcloud.com/Peacockworld, you'll be able to hear the new music. And is this a good time to introduce?
Yes. Also, we have this gorgeous lady sitting in our studio with us. We have Lizzie O'Keefe.
Hi.
Hi, Lizzie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me, where are you from?
I'm originally from England, but like Tah Riq, I've kind of divided my life up, half in England, half in Australia, back and forth. And now I find myself in Bali.
Welcome to Bali. It's a
Thank you.
really beautiful place. I'm sure you're gonna like it.
I do like it.
Okay. Okay. So you want to tell us a bit more, like what you do for the Peacockworld?
I'm singing for
Yeah.
Peacockworld.
So,
And I write as well.
so Lizzie writes her own material and has a fabulous voice. If anyone wants to hear her singing, just check out the Peacockworld SoundCloud page, which is up at the moment. You all can hear the music there, and there's more on its way. We're moving at light speed with this, and we'll be doing some big performances coming up very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for the name Peacockworld on New Year's Eve.